This is Kevin from Rock Anthems. I'm gonna do another little harmony lesson. I'm gonna show you some kind of cool harmonies that you use. People use them all the time, and maybe they don't know what it's called. And so I'm gonna do a simple way, not all this complex stuff. I want to show you a simple way on what you're playing and what it's called. Okay. So when you have these little, I like the two note chords is what we're calling harmonies of different notes. So if we take a D and we go up, we count D to E. That's a second. So 1, 2 is a second. And when we use this riff chord and bend your D up a whole step to your E, to their unison. That's called a second. That's what it's actually called, your harmony. And then on the most common use of it is on your second and third string, and on your second and first string. So on your second and first string, for a second, you'll skip 3 frets. So this is a second, and you'll bend this note up to that note. There's a lot of uses for this. It just sounds cool, and when you're using your pentatonics, they're really cool. That's a really nice, very common, simple lead. I'm just showing you some riffs. Thirds are, if you count, let's say we're starting here on a D again. D to F. Here's your F here. That's a third. And then we're going to go E. So E to D. There's a third. Another third. There's your next one. So that would be. Then you go up to here, which would be your G. Sorry. G, A, B. Songs are written in thirds. It's kind of a weird. So thirds, if you count up 3 notes, you get your notes and go, and then you play those 2 notes. Fourths are really easy. Fourths are, say if I start off on an F, so 1, so it's always right at the same fret on 2. So if you're doing your 5th and 6th, that's a 4th. Your 5th and 4th, that's the 4th. Your 5th and your 3rd and 4th, that's the 4th. So like Smoke on the Water is written in 4ths. get down to your third and second string, your fourths are like a D shape. So if you go like this, when you go from this to this, that's called a sus4. So because it's a fourth, so you're changing that to the 4. So that's a very commonly used chord. And then back again on the first and second strings, it's flat again. So if you're going from a D and then you're putting your finger down on your third fret on the first string, that's a sus4 D. So that's a lot. Anyway, fifths. Fifths are your power chords. We'll count from E, count 5. 1, 2, 3. So E and B, that's your power chord. It's all shaped like that. These are all fifths. Then when you get down to your third and second string, again it's different. It'll skip 3 frets. And then, let's see, fifths. So second and first string fifth will be fifth, starting off on your D. I think it changes on here. So let me think here. Well, I'm not a real expert on theory. I'm just trying to show you simple ways of doing stuff. So the thing I can tell you, you know, it's those are fifths. You know, the flat ones are fourths. Then you got your thirds, and you take it from your, say, E, 3, it would be open. And down here, it changes on thirds. You just got to count the notes and find the notes, and I think it goes in a sequence of 2. It'll go okay, 1. Okay, that's the 1, and this is 2. And then it's 1, 2. And then it's 2 of these. And then 1 of these. So it goes like 2, 1, 2, 2 when you change them. Anyway, it's a little complicated, but you know, if you work at it, you can figure out where they all are. And you know, there's also 6, 7s, 8s, 9s, 10s, 11s, but you know, the so some of them mean the same thing. Like I'm not an expert, like I said before, but they repeat. Anyway, that's a simple lesson on what you're doing, and you know what they're called. Yeah, the harmonies, the two fret chords. Have fun.